Hey, what's going on, guys? Jeff from AGL Tech, and you might have watched that one tech news video where I kept mentioning about the S8, and you guys might be thinking to yourself, Jeff, just buy the S8, come on, quit saying you want to buy it and just buy the dang thing. Well, I cannot afford it because I don't sign up for 2-year contracts, and so I have to buy my phones outright and pay for the full price, and now they can be around like $800. So, I decided to get the predecessor, the S7. And I'm going to review it. So under the hood, it has a Snapdragon 820 processor with a 530 Adreno GPU, and also has 4 gigs of LPDDR4 RAM. So it'll basically handle anything any other smartphone would be able to handle, plus even more. Now, I don't see why people be video editing on this, but it can handle from anything from the light video editing to text messaging, obviously. So on the front, we have a 5.5-inch 1440p AMOLED display. So it's a pretty nice display. And fun fact for today, if you have a black wallpaper, it could help save your battery. I know you're not on your home screen or lock screen that much, but still could help your battery a little bit. On the bottom left, you have your multitasking button. In the middle, you have your traditional home button. Then on the right, you have your back arrow. So it doesn't have on-screen keys, which I really wish it did. And then it still has a home button, which it would have been nice if the S7 didn't, and it was just all on screen. But I mean, it is what it is. And then on top, it has a 5-megapixel selfie camera, and it takes pretty decent selfies. So if you're into that kind of thing, taking selfies all day. Then also your on-call speakers. So it's pretty much average, nothing special, not bezels yet. Then on top, you have your SIM card tray with also you can put an SD card in there up to 128. And then also, I forgot to mention about this storage. You can have 32 and 64, and I'm pretty sure it'll go up to 28, but I'm not for sure. But I mean, you probably buying the S8, not the S7, but this is a year later comparison. So now on the left, you have your volume rockers, and that's all. So it fixed what I complained about. If you watch the Moto X Pure 2 years later, that I was complaining about how the lock button is right next to the home button, so when I went to hit the volume up when it was in my pocket, I would hit the lock button instead of the volume up. Well, it fixed my problem, and so it's easy to feel them in your pocket, and I have no complaints about that. So since it was only the volume rockers on the left, you only have your power button on the right. So it's not too boring, but it's also kind of boring. So also you have the lock button. Now I wish it had the fingerprint scanner on the lock button like the Xperia X Z5 or 25. It had the fingerprint scanner on the lock button. I thought it was pretty nifty, and more smartphones should come with it, and probably work a lot easier when people try to pull their phones out of their pocket. I also found myself when I was putting my phone in my pocket, oftenly I would end up unlocking my phone accidentally when I was trying to grab my phone in my pocket. Sure, it can be nice sometimes when you just want to hurry up, grab your phone and unlock it real quick, but you also don't know if it could come on in your pants and then start doing random weird stuff and use up all of your data or stuff like that. So I mean, it's a plus, but also not really. Now let's move on to the bottom. Now you still have your headphone jack, which is nice to have because everybody hates using dongles and using Bluetooth all the time. Because you never know if you just want a standard 3.55mm aux cord to just plug into. Then also you have your micro USB charger. It's just a standard micro USB. It wasn't USB Type-C, but later on that Note, they put it on the Note 7, which you know how that one, yeah, it blew up all the time. At least that 7 didn't. But then also you have your speakers, so, and also your microphone, so pretty average. But I also found myself most of the time having to cup my hands around the bottom just to be able to hear. That's the one thing I missed about the Moto X Pure, is the dual front-facing speakers. So now let's move on to the back. On the back it was glass, but then I put a skin on it. I'll have a link down below, but this was a D-brand skin. I got a red carbon fiber. It looks pretty sweet. I love it. But anyways, helps if I hold it up right. Anyways, it has a 12-megapixel camera, and it works pretty well. We'll get into it here in a few seconds. Then it also has the flash, and that's pretty much it. So if you can see, your camera looks pretty much simplistic. It turn on and off HDR with one tab. Same with flash. You can have it on auto, or on, or just off. I always keep mine off. That's just my personal opinion. Then you can also switch to selfie just like a normal phone. Quick swipe, then go back over. Then now you go into your settings. You can change the picture size, and always keep mine on the highest because I also have the highest resolution you can shoot at for video. So you can see it supports up to 4K, and it goes all the way down to 640 by 480. Now, I don't know who'd be shooting video in that resolution. Please tell me if they are, but I always keep mine at the highest settings because, you know, you might as well push it the most performance if you paid enough money for it. Pretty much just has all of the same functions as any other camera. You can set a timer for 10 seconds like most. I never use that. Well, unless I have to shoot something and take a picture and sit down real quick. Then you can also turn on your grid lines. I always keep them off because I don't see the point of using them. Location tags and review pictures. You have your quick launch, which is double tapping the home button twice. I find that pretty nice. Then the volume key function is just like any other one to take pictures. You can turn on and off shutter sound, then reset your settings, and that's basically it. The camera is pretty simple to use. I've had no problems with it so far, and fingers crossed I don't. So a year later in 2017, I'd still use this phone. Obviously I still am. Hopefully it still works fine a year later and keep reusing it for a couple years so I don't have to buy a brand new phone. But I would recommend this because you can only get it for like $300. It's really cheap now. So if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, hit subscribe down below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.